Hi, I'm Justin, and welcome to the Landis Look, where we take an inside look at the world of real estate. And today we're going to take an inside look at the changes in the Atlanta real estate market over the last couple weeks as we've been dealing with COVID-19, as we have a stay-at-home initiative. And so we're going to look at both what's happened in real estate and what's happened in the market. And so first of all, I mean, a lot of y'all may not know this, but real estate has been deemed an essential service. So real estate is not completely shut down. People are still buying and selling houses. Now, how that's happening definitely looks different. And it's one thing that's been really amazing is how much can be done virtually. I don't know if a lot of y'all have done many Zoom meetings like I have over the last couple of weeks. I didn't do that very often before, and I've been really surprised at how effective it's been and how great it's been to connect with people through technology. And that's something that we're doing with our buyers and sellers to make things as virtual as possible. And almost everything can be done virtually at this point, which is obviously great for helping people who need to buy and sell houses and also helping keep people safe. We're putting custom plans in place for our buyers and sellers based on their situation because everyone's situation is different. And so if you do want to move forward buying or selling a house, people are still doing that. And now could be a good time to do that. And we can definitely help you get a custom plan in place for that. As far as what's happened in the actual market, so this is something, if any of y'all know me, you know that I love the numbers. And as you can imagine, I was super curious about what was going to happen. And I mean, I had a couple of theories, but I really didn't know. Was there a chance that lots of people were going to rush to the market to try to get things done before they might be completely shut out of being able to do it? Might people put things on hold because there's a lot of uncertainty and not knowing what's going to happen? And so we now have enough data to kind of see what's happening in the market. And here's the couple of things that have happened. The number of pendings, so that's the number of new contracts, the number of buyers and sellers who come to an agreement to say, yes, we're going to buy and sell a house, that is down roughly 30%. And so when I say that, that's all of Metro Atlanta. That's everything in our MLS. And that's looking at last week's average, so a 7-day average. And that's looking at that compared to 2 weeks prior, which is right before we really started to see a change in the market. And it's also roughly the same as we look at the same week last year as well to see like, hey, seasonally, how do we compare to last year? So that's definitely less activity in the market. It's not that the market is shut down by any stretch of imagination. In most days, that means there's still 200, 250, maybe 300 properties going under contract in Metro Atlanta each day. So there's still a good amount of activity, but it's definitely down. What about the shift between buyers and sellers and supply and demand? Well, the number of new listings coming on the market has actually declined more than the number of new contracts. So if you look at last week for new listings coming on the market, that's down over 30% from 2 weeks prior. Whereas, like I said before, the number of new contracts is down just under 30%. So we're seeing a little bit of shift actually in favor of the sellers there as there's less properties to pick from and more buyers. That is compounded by the number of withdrawn listings. So that's people who had their house on the market and they pulled it off. And there could be a variety of reasons that they're doing that. Those numbers are up over 50% from 2 weeks prior. So that means more houses are coming off the market, fewer houses are coming to the market, and the number of houses going under contract is less, but not by as much. And so it's been, I mean, honestly, I was kind of surprised by it, how in a lot of parts of the market, the activity is relatively the same as what it was at the beginning of last month when you see that from like the dynamic of buyer to seller. Now, obviously, this is different in every location, every price point. I'm happy to break down all of those numbers. I am literally looking at them every single day, and I might have already done the analysis that you would be curious to see. So just send me a message or post it here, and I'm happy to share what I've found with you because each market is different. But as you look at the real estate market as a whole, it's been really cool to see how real estate professionals and how lenders and attorneys and inspectors and everyone have worked to do things virtually to keep everyone safe and healthy, but to still help people move forward with something that is essential in our lives, and that's where are you going to live? And so we're still seeing a market that is moving. We are seeing a pretty similar dynamic that's actually shifted a little bit towards the seller in a handful of markets. And what's going to happen? moving forward, I mean, we don't know. And I definitely love to bat around theories with you. Happy to do that with you offline. But what we do know is what has actually happened over the last couple of weeks, and we do know what is happening in the market right now. And so as we come into this new week, we had good activity over the weekend. Houses went under contract over the weekend, both our listings and throughout the market. So if you have any other questions with it, we are here to help you. If you want to make a move now, both to buy or sell or do both, we're happy to put a custom plan in place for you and share what we've learned over the last couple weeks. And if you have any questions, we're here for you. Send us a message like you always do. And we appreciate you guys. Let's all stay safe and get through this. We'll see you next week.